So if you'll recall earlier, I showed you how we can work with customizing the homepage in Salesforce. Let's go back to the homepage. So I showed you how we can customize the homepage on Salesforce, use different components, place them on anywhere we want on the screen, and we can also use the dynamic components functionality in order to control how and when those components should be visible to our users. Well, the exact same principles apply on record screens in Salesforce, because we only did that for the home page, but now we can go ahead and do the exact same thing on any record page. So what we're going to do now is go back into the contact record that we've been playing around with all this time, if you're not already on there. And on this screen, so I've been very blunt in terms of sharing my thoughts on what I call nonsensical layout that we have as a default for many different screens in Salesforce and Lightning Experience. So for example, like here, we could see that the activity and chatter tabs are on the right-hand side for the contact, but if I navigate into, it's an opportunity. Let's navigate into any opportunity where all of a sudden activity and chatter are all the way on the left, and all of a sudden details is on the left, but related is all the way on the right. Like, to me, this is completely nonsensical. So what we're going to do is, let's go to the contact record that we were playing around with. First, we're going to clean this one up. I'm going to show you my recommendations on how to clean this up. And then I'm going to show you how we can apply the exact same layout, my best practice sharing of a layout, to all of the appropriate screens that your users will be utilizing in Salesforce. So when we're on the screen, all we do is click over here on the upper right-hand side, and we are not clicking on setup. Nope. We're going all the way down over here. You see where it says edit page? We're not clicking edit object. We're clicking edit page. So when we click edit page, it's going to update the screen, and then the screen is going to look almost identical to the screen we were on before for customizing the homepage. So we can see over here, I'm just closing all of these pop-ups that we're getting. So now we can see over here that we have a couple of options available to us. So we can see, just like when we were on the home page, we can see on the left-hand side there are different components, Lightning components, that are available for us to use. We can see in the main portion of the screen, that's a preview of what the screen actually looks like. And depending on whatever is selected in the main portion of the screen, that will determine what we see, what configuration options are available to us on the right-hand side of the screen. So the first thing that we're going to do, we're going to click over here on the left-hand side of the screen. Where it says related details news. Click anywhere over there. So you can see where I'm clicking over here. Click anywhere over here. So what we're looking at here, it might not be obvious, but what we're looking at is a component for tabs. There are 3 tabs here. Related, I can click in here where it says details, and then I can click here where it says news. And by the way, the news area, that's another area that my personal take on it is garbage. It's a waste of space. It's half-baked. Just get rid of it. So the way we're going to handle this is, when you click in the main portion anywhere over here on the left-hand side, what you see on the right-hand side is we have some configuration options available to us. So the first thing that we're going to do, you see the tab that says news, click on the little X next to that to get rid of it. The next thing, details and related, take details and just drag it up and put it before related. So you can see immediately on the main portion of the screen, the preview gets updated. So details is now appearing to the left of related. The next thing that we need to do on the very top, it says which one should be the default tab. And no, we're not going to do related. Just go ahead, and it really doesn't matter which option you choose. You will get the same result. Either choose first tab or choose details. I'm going to choose details. And by doing that, we now have set it up. I mean, we did not hit save yet, but we're now setting it up so that when anyone clicks on any contact record, immediately it's going to open up to the details screen. So now let's go ahead and click on details just to get a preview of what's going on here. And okay, this is what we see here. Now, for those of you who are coming from Classic, you might be wondering, like, I'm so confused. It's like, we have the page layout we looked at earlier when we were doing favorite flavor of ice cream, right? We created the custom field and we chose where to put it. That was also referred to as a page layout. And then we have this that's referred to as a page layout. But over here, I can't I can't move around the actual fields. Like I can't take favorite flavor of ice cream, which is appearing right here, by the way. I can't take that and move it to the right-hand side of the screen. That's true. This is referred to as the lightning page layout. The other screen I will refer to as the classic page layout. In order to move the individual fields, you need to go to the classic page layout to structure how the field should be set up and any sections within this one component within the details tab. That's what you can only control that right now today. You can only control that in the classic layout. Can't do that in the lightning page layout. So in details, this is exactly what we want. Now, by the way, where did this come from? In case this, actually, let's get rid of it. I'm going to show you exactly where it came from. Let's go ahead and click on the little trash can icon all the way in the upper right-hand corner to get rid of it. So right now we have that first tab is now completely blank. Don't panic. All is fine. So now let's go ahead on the left-hand side, and you're going to see there's an option called Record Detail. Go ahead and click on that and just drag it to the main portion of the screen, and boom, you just brought it back. That's all it is. Not a big deal. Now over here where it says Related, click on that tab, and now we can see this is showing all of the related lists, the same ones that we see in a classic page layout, all of the related lists. For those of you who are not familiar with what are related lists, let me explain. For those who are new to Salesforce, remember I was describing how, like, for any contact, we could have multiple tasks, we could have multiple opportunities, you could have multiple cases, you could have multiple campaigns that they are linked to. All of those things will appear under related. Those are essentially related records. So in Salesforce, those all appear in the section called, it's referred to as related lists on the page layout. So that's why these are represented with that concept, that terminology of related. So in Classic, the related lists were all treated as one bundled unit. And that's how it's represented right here, right now on the screen. I'm all for keeping it that way. If you wanted to, however, if let's say it was really important for some people to have only opportunities appearing, let's say over here in the details section, I don't know why you would want that, but only opportunities appearing, let's say down below over here, you can actually do that as well. Because if you go over here on the left-hand side, you will see that we have two options where it says related list single and related, and there are actually three options. Related lists plural. We're going to get to this one in a moment. So the related list single is where you can choose just to have one related list and you can place it wherever you want on the screen. This is really cool stuff. You don't necessarily need to use it, but it's very, very cool stuff. So if I went here and I just dropped this over here, so I just dropped that section down below. Now on the right-hand side of the screen, I can see Salesforce is asking me which related list do you want to display. So I can go here and I can choose, let's say, opportunities. And you can see here, it's going to show me opportunities. I have here related list type. So is it a basic list, enhanced list, tile, default? I'm not going to get into the details of it right now. For now, I'm just going to choose basic list. And I could just put it right here. Now we can see, here's a power feature, by the way. I can see over here on the upper right-hand side where it says, what is the parent record? In other words, you want to see the opportunities related to what? And by default, it's showing this contact. Maybe I want to see all of the opportunities associated to the account. Because for any one account, any one company, we could have, remember the example I gave you a couple of lessons ago, which is we can have like one account of, let's say, Home Depot. And for that one Home Depot, we have many different contacts. And of those many different contacts, we have many, many different opportunities. And maybe when I am looking at the contact record for any employee at Home Depot, I want to be able to see, or maybe it's for across the entire organization, I want to be able to see all of the opportunities that have to do with his company, not only him, but also of his company. So I could go over here and I can say, show me those for the account name. So here you can see the preview immediately changed. Now it's showing me opportunities for the parent account because George Washington, the contact rolls up to an account. So now it's showing me a completely different set of values in this related list. Again, these are features that is simply not available in Classic. Now, I could, if I wanted to, I could place it here, but if then I realize, you know what, this is not good. This is really confusing over here. Let's go and place it over here. So if I wanted to place it above